Okay, this second video is gonna be for parents. Alright, so the first video was for people, like just in general, kids, adults, whoever, but I was talking to you, like telling you to respect your parents, honor them. Well, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about parents. Okay, I hear this a lot from some parents, and like, honestly, if my parents said this, which they never have, but if they did say this, I would just be I don't know. But I hear this from some parents. Well, what happened to me as a kid, you know, it really affects my parenting, and I can't give my child the best life because this happened to me as a child, and blah, 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 blah. Look, you are a parent now. You have responsibilities. Stop making excuses. Now, I know people have been through horrible things as kids. I'm not saying they haven't. But, man, you need to, just because this happened to you, you didn't have the best life as a child, your job is to turn that around and make sure that your child has a better life than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the negative things that happened to you as a child and make your child's life better. You know what I'm saying? Like, my parents tell me, okay, you know, I went through a lot as a child, and there were things I didn't have, but you know what? I want to make sure you have the things that I didn't have, and I want to make sure you don't go through the things that I went through. You know, my parents never made excuses because of their childhood. They turned it around and made it better for us instead of making excuses. Because if you just make excuses all day of why you can't be a parent, a good parent, that's really just bad, and you don't need kids. Like, if you can't give them a good life, then you don't need them. Like, you don't need kids if you can't give them a good life. Like, if you're always making excuses on why you can't do this for your child and why they can't have a good life because you've been through this as a child and you've been through that as a child, look, you shouldn't have had them then. If that's the case, you should not have had them. And nobody told you to have them. Now, I know some people have been raped and babies been forced on them, and you know, I get it, I understand, but still, you know, you have a child now. You have responsibilities now. You need to, you know, don't neglect that child. I can't stand parents who neglect their children. You know that your child, but you neglect them, and it's really sad. I hate to see that. And another thing, there are kids that are abused like all the time. Oh my God, hold on, you guys. Hey y'all, you know what? I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I get so many interruptions in this house, like. But you know what? This is my chance to really just say how I feel. Cause you know what? Like, and this goes for grandparents too. I see so many kids, like, they do what they can to be respectful, and they try to do what they can for their parents and stuff. But it's like some kids do not have a voice. Like, man, like, your opinion pretty much don't matter. To adults, your opinion don't matter. And you know what? I know how this feels. I know how this feels, like, every day. I know how this feels. Like, I'm sorry if y'all hear that dog. They locked him up in the room, but sorry if y'all hear that in the background. But I know how this feels when you have an opinion, but they ain't trying to hear it. I know how this is. It's like your opinion don't matter to them. And it's like if you have a problem that you try to address, it don't matter. They brush it off like it's nothing. You know, you do what you can, like you do your chores, you go to school, you come home, study, and you in sports and all this stuff. But it's like they call you lazy and all this stuff when you know you go to school. Like, man, especially if you're in high school, that stuff's stressful. Like, the higher you get in school, that stuff's stressful, man. Like, man, this is the second week of school, and yesterday, which was Friday, I had a 50-question test, and it's only the second week of school. I don't even think we did 50-question worth of learning. Like, I'm just saying. But man, they don't understand that though. They don't. And it's like, no matter how much you tell them, they do not understand. Y'all, it's one thing I get tired of. Another thing is, there are some kids that are abused, but they are strong, whether it's physically, mentally, whatever. And man, they stay strong through that stuff till they grown, and they stay strong. I ain't gonna lie, I salute kids like that, who, whether it's they get talked bad about, to like their parents talk to them like dogs, which I've seen this too. Man, some people, parents talk to them like dogs, bruh. Like, cuss them out, call them all kind of B words, H words, all kind of MFs, and all kind of stuff. Like, I done seen all kind of stuff. Beat on their kids, like, for every little thing that they do wrong. I've seen all of that. Man, and it's sad, too, because them kids, like, they don't, like, they sit, like, they strong, like, they just take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they take it, and no child should have to go through that. I'm sorry. I'm not saying, like, but I'm saying, like, if there's a difference from being, like, disciplined and, like, being stern on your kids versus straight up just abusing them, whether that's verbal, mental, playing mind games with your kids, bruh. A lot of parents play mind games with their kids. Man, beating on their kids, like they beating, like, literally beating on their kids, like I'm talking how, like, if somebody, like, how you was to get into a fight with somebody, real life beating their kids. Like, I've seen all kind of stuff, y'all. It's really sad. Honestly, though, I'm glad my parents never abused me. Some kids, they get starved. Their parents will starve them to death, bruh. Like, real life. They come to school and eat like pigs because they don't get food at home. And that's why sometimes you just gotta, like, man, you parent, like, sometimes, like, I'm not saying, like, y'all's life, I'm not saying ours life is harder than yours, or y'all's life is harder than ours. I'm not saying any of that, but you got to see it both ways. You got to see where you come from. Well, I know you see where you come from, but see where your child come from too. Like, maybe they're going through something and you don't know about it because you don't ever talk to them, or you don't ever hear what they have to say. Sometimes you got to listen to your kids. If they tell you something, you gotta listen to them and stop always jumping the gun and getting angry at them. If your kid's trying to tell you something, you listen, man. You listen to them. Because, like, so many kids, like, they act out and they do, like, you know, they get in trouble on purpose because they just want attention. It may not be the attention that they really want from their parents, but they actually get a response out of their parents when they do bad things. And it's like they're not getting the response out of their parents when they do good things. They're not getting that. And it's like, if they do, they get more if they do something wrong. And it should not have to be like that. You know, like, acknowledge the little good things that your child tries to do to show you that they care about you, that they respect you, that they want to be respectful to you. You know, your kids, like, they listen to them, pay attention to the little things, ask them how was school. They could be bullied and you don't know. And the reason why is because you may be hard to talk to. Your child may, and this is for grandparents too. You know, like, your child may come home and you don't know if something's going on with them. You don't know if something's wrong with them because you don't ever talk to them. You don't ever sit down and say what's wrong. And I'm sorry I'm getting mad, y'all, but I'm not a parent. I'm 17. I don't have no kids. But where I'm coming from, you got to understand. I know they got some grown people that watch my channel. I know there's more kids that watch my channel than grown-ups, but I know there's some grown people watching this with kids, and if you don't have kids, then you know where I'm coming from. But you know what, like, I'm gonna be the voice for other kids that can't, you know what I'm saying? Look, this video is my way of letting out how I feel, and this is really how I feel. Parents neglect their kids, make excuses. Not every parent, but some parents, they make excuses on why they can't do this for their child, why they can't do that. Like, take care of your child for their 17 years. Make them 17 years the best for them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you can. Like, I'm not saying they gotta have everything they want. Don't nobody, you don't owe them what they want. Now, you owe them what they need. I mean, they need shelter, food, love, discipline. They need that. They really do. That's something every child should have. But you don't owe them what they want. You owe them what they need, because you did bring them into this world. And if you didn't want kids, you should never lay down and have them. It's just that simple. But me, I'm just saying. Now, I know there's some kids that are disrespectful. They lazy. They don't do nothing to help you. They disrespect you. I'm not one of them kids, man. Like, man, if I come home and I take a nap, I probably miss studying and everything because I'm so tired. You know, so I be having them days where I'm so tired I don't even get homework done all the way because I be so tired. And I know you be like, why are you so tired? You don't work? But actually, I do work. I mean, going to school, getting out of school, going to like cheerleading practice, cross country practice, stuff that wears you out physically, and then you got school that tires out your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, the work you gotta remember. You have to remember stuff. You gotta study stuff. Like, I come home and got all these different classes that I have to study for because there's a test every Friday in each class. And I have 7 classes. You know how hard that is? And then I talk about getting a job. That stuff's hard. That's hard. For a teenager, child, that's hard. And you be like, you ain't got no reason to be tired. But that is a reason to be tired. I mean, some parents, all they do is just go to work. And then, I'm not saying, like, please don't get mad. Like, I'm saying, like, yeah, you work your butt off at work. And you come home and you tired. But it's kind of the same thing. I mean, school is 8 hours. Plus an hour, well, I would say about 30 minutes to an hour for cross country. So that's about 8.5 to 9 hours. Then cheerleading practice is 2 hours. 2.5 hours. That's 9, 10, 11 hours. Yeah, 11 hours. That's almost, yeah, that's a whole shift. A whole work shift. That's a whole work day. For a you know what I'm saying? Like, average person. That's a whole work day right there. Then you come home and you gotta study for a couple more hours. That's work too, because when you get home, you can't do what you want. You gotta get your homework done first, right? And then relax for the rest of the night. So it's like, by the time I get home, it'd be 6 o'clock. And I got studying to do, a lot of it. And I got homework too. And I'd be tired. Sometimes I don't even much study because I'd be so tired. And then I get to school, it's like, man, I should have just stuck it out and just did my homework, you know, took an energy drink or something, just drunk some coffee or something, you know, but y'all parents, y'all gotta understand, like, if you don't know, like, if you don't ever sit down and talk to your kids, you don't know if something's going on with them. You don't know if something's wrong with them. They could be holding stuff back from you because you may be very hard to talk to. And I'm not talking to every parent. When I say negative things about parents in this video, I'm not talking about every parent, okay? So parents, don't get mad. I'm not talking about every parent. If this is not you, you should have no reason to get mad. You should be agreeing with me because there really are parents out there like this. Like, I'm going in on both kids and parents. First video is about kids. The second video is about parents. So, and I know you like, well, you ain't no parent, but I'm talking to parents, you know what I'm saying, from what I see, what I know, and then to kids, I'm talking to kids from what I see, what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, just my opinion. Now, everybody's not going to agree with me. I'm not going to agree with everyone. Some people agree with me, some people don't. But everyone who supports me, I love you. I really do. And I hope y'all take my advice, and I hope it helps y'all. Because, like, I don't be meaning no harm. Like, if I offend anybody in these videos, I'm sorry. I do not mean no harm. I do not mean to offend you. It's just how, this is my point of view. This is how I feel. And I hope that my advice helps some people. And I love y'all. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But like, comment, subscribe, you know, share these videos because some people may need to see these. You know, if you subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notified when I post another video, you know. And I like doing these videos for y'all because I like to know, like, if somebody uses these, like, my advice, and they, you know, this advice helps them, that makes me happy. That's why I do these videos, to make other people happy, to help other people. And I watch other people's videos for advice, and their videos help me. And I appreciate them taking the time to make that video for me, to help me, you know? And I appreciate all y'all support, and I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Parents, y'all stay blessed. Kids, y'all stay blessed. And I love y'all. Bye.